Greetings, everybody. I am the Starving Martian, and today we're going to be taking a look at the original devil dog, Cerberus, the three-headed guardian of Hades. This particular action figure comes from the Hercules, the Legendary Journeys toy line from back in the early 90s, associated with the live-action show of the same name, starring Kevin Sorbo as Hercules. And yeah, I did watch a show way back in the day. I have some fairly fond memories of it, but not enough to really go around collecting any of the action figures. I happened to come across this guy a while back in a thrift store and thought he was pretty neat. And that's the thing about some of the action figures associated though with the Hercules toy line is even if you don't like or even know the show, they're still pretty good representations of mythological creatures. So you don't even have to know who Kevin Sorbo is to appreciate a Cerberus action figure or a Minotaur or any of the others that are shown, Centaur, for example. So this, of course, as I said, is Cerberus, the three-headed dog. According to Greek mythology, he guards the gates of Hades and make sure that no wandering heroes can break in to free the dead. It's mostly his job. He doesn't actually stop the dead from leaving. The dead just kind of wander around, do what they do. But anybody who wants to get in and see Hades himself or try to rescue a departed loved one has to deal with this hellhound. And so I don't believe he's referred to as being quite this yellow in any of the myths. But there he is. He's a pretty good size, too. He's one of the deluxe figures in the set. And so he measures from the tip of his nose down to his tail here around 8 inches. It's about 3 inches tall, 8 inches long. And here's a good shot of all three of his little doggy heads. And they do each have their own individual sculpt and molding, which is pretty nice. They're essentially the same face, but in different snarling modes. As far as detailing goes, he's got some nice fur detail here. Mine's a little worn on the top. You can see some of the yellow coming through the brown paint, but again, I got him at a thrift shop. And he's got some nice claws on each feet. He's got a little bit of white going down his belly. They molded in little pads here on the bottom of his feet, which is a nice detail. He's got a serpent-like tail. And I'm pretty sure this bit here, the yellow bit, should be more centered. I don't know if it got messed up at some point. It won't twist back. So I'm thinking this is how it's supposed to be, but I think it would look better down a bit more. And as far as posability goes, his limbs are all swivel-ish, if that's a word. And they are if it's not, too. So you could get him at different heights. You could crouch and you could lean. His heads all turn as well. There you go. And his tail has a bit of wire running through it, so it's technically, theoretically, posable. Again, mine's an older sample, and some bits bend better than others. And again, I've said it before, but that's the problem I have with bendable toys, is that they just don't last. But it's working for the moment. I already told you he's about 8 inches long, but if you want to see a size comparison, see what he looks like with some other figures. Here is Hannah Dundee from Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. She's about I would say Jurassic Park action figure size. So there's that. Let's see, here he is with Super Mario. because I still have him hanging around. Here he is with World of Nintendo Link, because that's actually just an awesome pairing. And in case you're curious what he looks like with a more regular dog, quote unquote, here he is with Brain from Inspector Gadget, who's also yellow and also bendable. So they got some stuff in common there. Yeah, so I've looked at this guy online. He doesn't come with any accessories. He doesn't have any action features. He doesn't lunge. He doesn't have noises. All he has is a little bendable tail, but you know, that's alright. It's just a big, hulking, three-headed dog, and you know, what more do you want from it? So, if you enjoy the old television series, or if you just have a thing for Greek mythology, and would like to have some action figures from those ancient myths, something to put on your shelf, as long as you don't mind the bright yellow, this guy's a pretty good Cerberus, in my humble opinion. So, guys, this has been the Starving Martian, and we'll catch up with you next time with another review. Until then, as I always say, keep a watching the skies.